Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellen. I'm an artist. I do makeup, I do digital, I do watercolor. I'm just an overall creative person and I don't want to have separate channels for all of those purposes. So if you follow me, you see there's makeup videos, there's art videos, there's studio vlogs, there's vlogmas. That is why I don't have a niche. I am the niche. I just want to make a video to say hi, welcome, thank you guys so much for following me. A lot of you guys have followed me from TikTok because of the impending ban that I really hope doesn't happen because I love TikTok. It is like my favorite social media to use, like aside from YouTube of course, but like, oh my gosh, don't take TikTok. Like, what are we doing? We've lost the plot. But anyway, some of you guys have followed me over from YouTube and you've subscribed to my channel, either from one of those follow for follow posts or you're one of my mutuals. So I just want to say hi. I hope that when you subscribe to my channel that you genuinely like my content and you genuinely want to watch my videos and it's genuinely entertaining to you, that we're not just follow for follow just because. And I hope that my content works for you. So for those who are new here, or maybe you haven't been here from the beginning of my cancer journey starting 2 years ago, but a year ago I made a video talking about my struggles with hair loss and how hard I have been struggling with it. Like, it has been hard. So basically in 2022, was it two? Yeah. So in 2022, I had breast cancer and I found a lump in my chest in the fall of 2021. And people were giving me the runaround. People were gaslighting me. People were making fun of me. People were acting like I was so ridiculous for wanting to come in and get a mammogram. And they were turning me down left and right to the point where even though I found the initial lump in November, by the time I was able to get somebody to take me seriously and give me the help that I needed, I didn't get diagnosed until April of 2022. And who knows, and I have been skimping on doing my monthly breast exams, so who knows how long I actually had cancer before I was able to get treatment. But by the time I was able to get someone to take me seriously and allow me to come in to do a mammogram and test and all that, I had 2 other tumors. And then I had 2 tumors. So the one that I felt in my left tit, and then there was another one in my armpit. They were the size of like golf balls. I'm going to use this as a point of reference. But they were like this size, a little bit bigger, as far as that. And I could physically see this thing protruding here and here. But anyway, so I went through the whole cancer process, chemo and radiation. I had my mastectomy. And then I got the news that the tissue that I had taken from my mastectomy, they tested to see if there was any cancer cells remaining. And luckily it came out negative. So I finally got the news that I went into remission. I finally, was like, yes, I'm cancer free. The chemo worked. The radiation, like the chemo worked. I didn't start radiation at this point yet. But, the chemo worked, the mastectomy worked, and all the hard work that my oncology team has been doing to keep me alive worked. And I'm just so happy and grateful for that because me and my sister are the first people in our family to survive cancer. Everybody else in our family that has been so unfortunate to get cancer has died. Our parents died from cancer. Our mom had breast cancer. Our grandma had breast cancer. Our auntie on the mom's side had breast cancer. And they're just now figuring out that it can be genetic It can be hormonal, it can be non-hormonal. Like there's different types of breast cancer. But our cancer is specifically genetic. We tested positive for the BRCA gene. I think I had BRCA, I forget if I had BRCA1 or 2, but one of those. But basically the BRCA gene means that you're more likely to get cancer because it is genetic. You're specifically more likely to get breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, fallopian cancer, just pretty much all of the cancers that can be associated with your reproductive health. Okay? So while I was going through chemo treatment, I also had to do this other treatment called Keytruda, which is immunotherapy. And the purpose of this immunotherapy was to help protect my body from cancer, protect my body from chemo and how harsh it was on the body, and help boost my immune system to help fight the cancer, to help reduce the effects of chemo on the body, and to help reduce the chances of me getting chemo again. Now, a side effect of this treatment was that I developed hypothyroidism. At first, I thought it was a temporary side effect, but once I went to a specialist, I found out that no, this is a lifelong disease, and I need to take hormone therapy in the mornings, for the rest of my life for this. So, when I was having my hair loss issues, a whole year after the fact of me being done with chemo treatment, my last chemo session was in December of 2022. And it is January 2025, and I'm on my 4th chemo nail shed. Like, it's still very much my system. I have chemo hair. Like, this is not my original hair texture. If you guys have been following me for years, I'm gonna try and maybe put a picture of how my hair looked before I started chemo. But my hair was like type 3C 4A, and then this hair type, I don't know, it's like a 3A 2C type of hair. It's very weird, before I get into that. So when I was having my hair loss issues after chemo, at first I just thought, the chemo drugs are still in my system, I'm still suffering the side effects of treatment, even though it's been a couple months. But after a year, I was like, dude, what is going on? Like, I thought it was because of chemo. Went to go see what is she called? What is the cancer doctor called, child? Went to go see the oncologist. The oncologist is like, you're done with chemo treatment. You just have to be patient. Your hair will grow back eventually. Okay. Go see the Go see the oncology plastic surgeon that did my mastectomy, and she told me the same thing. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is a thyroid issue. Go see the endocrinologist for my thyroid, and she's telling me this isn't a thyroid issue. I don't know what's going on, and she refers me to dermatology. I didn't get to see the dermatologist until January of 2024. So all through 2023, I was bald. After chemo, after treatments. So a whole year after the fact, I was still suffering. I was still going through it. My hair would grow back straight, fall out. Grow back fuzzy straight, fall out. And it would be thin, it would be fuzzy. Like, it would just grow and shed, grow and shed, grow and shed. And I'm like, okay, my hair would grow back, but then it would fall out again, so what's the point? So I just started shaving my head again, because it's like I wasn't going to walk around with fine, patchy hair that's constantly falling out all the time. So that's why I was bald for the year of 2023, even though I was done with cancer and done with treatment, because I was still suffering, still going through the things. So I finally got to see the dermatologist, and she told me that the reason why I was bald and struggling to grow my hair back is because I'm still suffering from chemo alopecia, which is a form of alopecia that specifically happens to chemo patients, and that the drugs are still in my system a whole year later, because it gave me a really high dose, and that's gonna take years to slowly get out of my system. But I'm always going to be affected by chemo because it causes so much damage to so many areas of the body. But she recommended that I try minoxidil, which is the generic version of Rogaine. And she told me to get the men's version because oftentimes they're stronger and they're cheaper. So that's what I did. And I got the foam version. And slowly but surely, my hair started growing back. It started getting thicker. At first, it was straight. But the longer my hair got, my curls started to come in. At first, it was wavy. And then it was curly. It was very soft, very fine, but very much like baby hair. It's still very soft. It's not as full as my hair was before. It's thicker towards the middle than it is towards the edges. So while my hair isn't like fully transparent, around the edges, but this is what it looks like. All right, so I found a ruler. It's a little taped up because this metal part was coming out, but we're gonna measure from like the back because I don't feel like taking my hair out this like fun. But we're gonna see how long my hair has grown in the last year. All right, so my hair stopped at about here, and it is 4 inches. So over the last 12 months, my hair has grown about 4 inches. Now, normally, if you don't have cancer and you haven't gone through chemo treatment, then your hair tends to grow about 6 to 8 inches a year, more or less. But because of, my medical conditions. Okay, so after I started the minoxidil treatment, which is like the foam spray, it came in a 3-pack. It was like $60. It lasted me a couple of months. She told me to apply, as much as I want in terms of like, follow the instructions, spray a lot. Well, spray like a decent size amount and like rub it on my head. And then as my hair starts to fill in more, rub it in the spots that's thin until my hair starts growing. And once my hair stops growing, I have the choice of I can just stop it because my hair is already growing, or I can continue it to make my hair thicker and fuller. I decided to stop it because I feel like my hair is already growing, and I've heard so many horror stories online about people who have tried minoxidil and all of a sudden they're growing hair on their forehead or their neck or whatever. Now, I have been very careful to make sure I wash my hands before and after use, and that I wear my bonnet. And when I wake up, I will wash my face and like do my skincare all over again because I didn't want that to happen to me. And luckily, I didn't have that, but I was just kind of paranoid about maybe it might still happen even if I do take all of those precautions. So none of that stuff happened. I met my dermatologist a couple of months ago, like during the summertime in like 2024, and she just told me that if I want to, I can continue using the foam. If I still feel like my hair isn't growing fast enough, then I can try the peel version. But that has a lot of side effects, and I was like, yeah, no, thanks. I'm kind of over all these different pills that they keep prescribing me, for one thing, and then don't even mention the side effects. Like, I don't be finding out the side effects of things that people prescribe me until I get to the pharmacy and they give me the form that comes with the pills about, the side effects and everything. And I don't always feel all of the side effects. It's just like every once in a while, here and there. But even then, that's still too much. Like, you gave me a prescription for anti-nausea and now I got constipation. You gave me a prescription for nerve damage and now I need to watch out for heart palpitations. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it was way too disorienting and was getting on my nerves. My hair started growing. I feel like maybe I might try doing the foam version again to see if maybe my hair would grow slightly faster than this year than it did last year. Maybe my hair will grow 6 inches this year instead of 4 inches. Maybe next year it'll grow 8 inches. And I can have like longer, thicker, fuller hair. Because before I started chemo treatment, my hair was like down here. Like once it was stretched out, like my hair was growing. It was nice, long, full, healthy. And I felt like I had finally gotten my hair to be the length and the health that I had wanted it to be for years on end, after years of dyeing it and bleaching it and completely healing from that. I feel like my hair had finally gotten to like a really nice healthy spot, and I was really happy with it. So I'm really looking forward to see how thick and full my hair is going to grow over the years, and I'll do these update videos every once in a while to kind of keep you in the loop if you're interested. But yeah, my hair's grown about 4 inches in 12 months, which that's amazing because that's not everybody's experience, especially when it comes to chemo hair. So the reason why I call my hair chemo hair is because it is like chemo hair is like it's like the chemical reaction that happens to your hair to temporarily or permanently change the structure. And it's why a lot of people with kinky, coily hair, once they go through chemo treatment and their hair grows back, it can be kind of weird, kind of fuzzy, kind of straight, a texture that you just never had in your life. If you have naturally straight hair and you go through chemo treatment and your hair grows back, then your hair could come back coarse, it can come back thick, it can come back curly. You just have a completely different hair texture that you never had in your life. I wouldn't say it's completely the opposite, but it's just not the same. And my hair doesn't act in the way that I'm used to, and it's harder for me to care for and like figure out how to style and have the variety, because it's not the texture that I'm used to taken care of. So I just keep it slicked back like this. Sometimes I'll do my little baby hairs. Maybe at some point I might experiment with like some finger waves, finger coils. That sounds pretty fun. Eventually I do want to get braids again, but I'm nervous because my hair isn't as thick and full as it used to be. So I'm like, is my hair even strong enough to handle the weight of braids? Because I don't want to put braids in my hair and then it falls out. And I just barely started growing my hair in the first place. So, hopefully in a couple of months I can experiment with braids. Now, I do want to get human hair braids because I cannot with synthetic hair. That makes my skin crawl. And I want to be able to dye the hair and have it be like different colors and stuff, similar to synthetic hair, without it being, that plastic itchiness. I can't do. That gets my nerves. It doesn't matter how many different ways or how many different times I wash it. The very structure of it is not supposed to touch my skin, and I just cannot do it. So that's, kind of what I want to do as far as like experimenting with my hair goes. When my hair gets a little bit thicker, I would like to bleach it and dye it different colors because I just like having colorful hair. And there's so many different things that I want to experiment and do with my hair. Because I've struggled so much to grow my hair, I'm reluctant to cut it. I don't want a mohawk again anytime soon. I had a mohawk for like 10 years before I got cancer. And I just feel like right now it's time for something new. It's time for a new start. And I feel like, maybe I can experiment with some hairstyles that I couldn't do when I had a mohawk. That's off to new things. So yeah, this is my hair update. If you've been following along with my cancer journey, this is a small segment of it. There's so many different chapters of my cancer life that I don't talk about, that I don't post about, because I don't want my social media to be, woe is me, I had cancer and my life sucks and here's all the ways that it was terrible. I want to focus on my art, my creativity, my fashion, my makeup, and I want to experiment with making new things. I just want my creativity to be the main center and the main focus of my life, and not this terrible disease that tried to kill me. So occasionally I'll do these little cancer updates, or maybe if you watch some of my other videos, I may talk about things here and there, but it's not the main focus of my content because I don't want it to center my life. That is the way that I'm choosing to cope with my own journey, and that is in no way meant to shame anybody else whose social media is about raising awareness about the different side effects of cancer and the treatment and everything. This is a very traumatizing experiment. This is a very traumatizing experience to go through, and I learn new things about this journey each and every day. All I know is that my body, my mind, my life will just never be the same as it was pre-cancer. Like, I had a mastectomy, I have implants, my hair is different, my nails are different. My overall health and well-being is just so vastly different. And there are things that I can do, and there are things that I can't do, and that can shift and change on a daily basis. But this is where I am in my journey. We got 4 inches, okay? 4. And that's a lot. So I'm grateful for the amount of hair I've been able to grow within the past year. I'm grateful for how thick my hair has been. I'm grateful for how healthy my hair has been. I'm grateful that it hasn't, fallen out, that it's not shedding or anything since I stopped using the minoxidil. And, I'm just happy to have something. So I'm not so much like, oh my gosh, I miss how long and full my hair was before cancer. I'm more so like, okay, this is where I am in my hair journey, and let's celebrate where we are while we're here, and let's just, grow with the changes and focus on other things in life. Because, like, there's more to me than just my hair. There's more to my life than just my hair care, my hair growth journey, and I want to be free to focus on other things. So that is where I am. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers at the filming of this video. I'm currently at 928 subscribers, so I just need a little boost to get me to that 1,000 followers. And I'm posting consistently so that you guys can view and enjoy my content to help boost me to those watch time hours, because I would like YouTube to become an income stream for me. I'm gonna be honest. That is what I would like. All right, see you later. Bye.